John Cridland, Director General of CBI, thank you for joining us here at the National Manufacturing Debate today. And just a couple of quick questions, if I may. You spoke about in your speech you've just given about the importance on focusing on scaling up as opposed to starting up. Can you just explain why this is so important and where reshoring comes into this?
Compared to the 3 million small businesses that add about half of the gross value added to the economy, there's just a handful of thousand, maybe 6 to 10,000 medium-sized businesses that are worth 20% of the gross value added of the economy. So if we want to target on the companies that can truly grow, if we want to focus government and academic support on the businesses that have the capability to be transformational, it's more in the medium space than it is in the small space. Of course we need a strategy for Startup Britain. We're a lot better at it than we used to be, but I'm suggesting we need a parallel strategy for Scale Up Britain to get the real benefit so that a percentage of those small companies become medium-sized companies. And my ambition doesn't stop there. I think British national manufacturing needs national champions. Those national champions can't be picked by government. They've got to come out of the marketplace, but they'll come from those fast-growing medium-sized companies becoming the manufacturing Facebooks of the future.
And part of this, I guess, relates back to a report that CBI put out, I believe it was towards the end of last year, that targeted action to revitalise domestic supply chains could inject up to £30 billion into the economy by 2025. Out of this £30 billion figure, how much can reshoring play on this?
So this is about a 21st century industrial strategy where business and government work together to multiply technologies, capabilities and winning businesses in sectors where we stand a chance of being truly world class. What we can't do is spread the jam thinly and claim we can be world class at everything. There's half a dozen key manufacturing sectors where we can win the race, and that's where the 30 billion comes from. But in some of those sectors, as a result of the old view of globalization, that it doesn't matter where your supply chain is, we've allowed those supply chains to hollow out. For the large companies, the multinationals, that leaves them short of research and innovation partners, short of companies in their supply chains with whom they can work to do more investment in the UK. So the reshoring and the deepening of supply chains is about building more capability so that in those half dozen winning sectors, we do most of the work here in Britain.
And just finally, at CBI, have you noticed any, I guess, a notable shift in customer spending habits to reflect the increase in things like price that are associated with domesticating a supply chain, quality control? Has there been a noticeable shift in spending habits from customers?
I think there's a sense that people in this financial new normal where money is tight post the crash, people will pay for quality. It's not all been a flight to the bottom. Look at supermarkets. John Lewis doing really well, Aldi and Lidl doing really well. My point is, if there's quality, people will pay for it, and it's the same with manufactured goods. One of the reasons for reshoring is more control of the supply chain. Why do people want more control? Because they want to be able to offer their consumers higher quality. If control is loose, quality is suspect. So I don't think people will pay for something made in Britain if they can get the same quality from something made elsewhere in the world at a lower price, but they'll certainly pay for quality if British production leads to better quality.
Absolutely. John, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it.